So, good morning YouTube. I've just put up a song called Perceptions of a Narrow-Minded Thinker, and I've had a lot of questions about it. How did I come up with it? And normally I don't do kind of instructional videos, but I guess what I'll do is give you a very quick overview of how I do it. First thing we need this trusty Ibanez. This is an Ibanez ST70, I believe, with a 1982 Blazer series neck. So this guitar is actually older than I am, and it plays very well. I just want to give a quick mention to Rick Graham. He's an amazing guitar player. Go and check out his channel. The stuff he comes up with is just fucking unbelievable. He has that perfect combination of being very emotive in what he plays, but also having absolutely mind-boggling speed, which you know, is something I guess all guitarists desire at some point. But it's just phenomenal. Go and check out his channel. It's Rick Graham on YouTube. He's got loads of DVDs out. I think I've got one here. It's called The Art of Improvisation. Just stunning. It's stunning work. So quickly I'll show you what I did. Basically, he did a song for the Manzor Juggernaut pickups, I think they were. It was a long time ago now, I can't really remember. And he did this amazing thing where I think he used Lydian dominant. It had a very unique sound, and it's kind of one of those sounds where you don't know if you want to cry or punch somebody in the face. You know, it has such a broad spectrum of emotions going through my head when I was listening to that. But it has this sort of mystical sound to it, and that's something that I really wanted to try and create with this song. I spent a bit of time the last couple of weeks. I've had a bit of a break from music now. Just wanted to, you know, re-evaluate my musical goals and try and decide what it is I'm trying to achieve with it, and hopefully I can market it better in the future. You know, get more listeners and get a bit of a fan base going. So very quickly, this mystical sound begins with an E major chord, but instead of playing standard E major, I've stuck a ninth on it, so a major ninth, so it's an E major 9 chord. This really helps with that sort of mystical Lydian sounding. Normally if I was going to play Lydian, I might play it like this. You know, that kind of Lydian sound, but I've got something a bit more relaxed. It gives me more room, also because it's quite low on the neck to just noodle around for ages, which is exactly what I did in the track. It's very important you get the open strings here, because that's what I've done all the way through the track, is I've kept the top 2 strings open, the B and the E strings. So I have this, simply move it up a half step while keeping the open strings and the bass note, because it's a modal track, so it adds to that mystical quality. Chorus, this is possibly my favourite chord on the guitar, and it's such a basic chord, but every time I hear it my ear goes, ooh, what was that? And it is like an A major chord with the top two strings open. And what happens is, because you're playing the open string, which is an E, you're playing a B here, and then you're going up a note technically, so you're going up to a C sharp, and then back down to an A. So even though you're strumming down, the notes go in a different order, the chord just sounds lush. Then to make it sound, you know, very Lydian, I've gone up a minor third to the C. Same thing, you know, open strings on the top all the way through. Same thing, I've got a G chord here with the open string. So you've got a bit of, you know, unity, what are they called? I guess they're called unity notes. I don't really know what else to call them. When you play the same note, you know, but because it's ringing out and it sort of doubles and it just thickens up the sound. It's a great sound. Simply move the shape down to an F. I guess if I was keeping in the scale, I would probably play an F sharp, but this gives us a totally different sound. Which is not kind of what I was going for, so I've gone down to an F to keep the suspense. I think the suspense is really important, especially because on the piano part, I always double up the chords that I'm playing. Let me see if I can. Yeah, on the piano I'm playing the chords. But there's no kind of arpeggiation here. I arpeggiate it all the way through, except for the last two bars of the chorus. And the reason I do that is to add the drama and suspense into coming back into the verse. So again, I have an F chord with the top two strings open. Has a nice kind of Phrygian sound. Without changing the key, and then obviously from the F I go back into an E major 9. Lead wise, what I'm doing, I guess, I'll start off in a very Lydian kind of way, and then I kind of use harmonic minor. I use a little bit of melodic minor when I get down here. I find it gives a really interesting sound, and it's nice, you know, if you have a song that sounds the same all the way through, it's gonna bore people to death. So I try and just chop and change it. But you know, a large part of the song is actually totally improvised. So I think there's one I made one edit out of the whole song, and it's because I didn't hit a note properly and I kind of just twanged it instead of, you know, holding it. But later discovered, after I'd already put it on YouTube, that I did actually make a mistake somewhere in the second verse or third verse. Not much I can do about it now, it's out there. So yeah, chorus, very easy. So obviously I'm playing, I've chosen the E major, I've chosen an E major arpeggio over the A chord, which would be the 5th. And I love dissonance. A friend of mine, Darren, he's you know, an amazing guitar player, and he's very creative, and he uses dissonance very well. It's something I kind of picked up off of him, you know. To be fair, I probably picked up harmonic minor off of him as well, because he used to play this thing called the Egyptian scale, and he used it so well. It just sounded so genuine, you know. And my ears always been attracted to the darker kind of sounds. So yeah, so I've chosen E major, and I'm hybrid picking this little last bit, so I have a oops, sorry, major, bending up, and then as I go up to the C, I've chosen again the fifth, as I go down to the G, I've chosen what's this, C, D, this would be a D, which would be again the fifth, it's really important to get that dissonance going, it adds so much to the track. And as I go down to the F, this is much more just using my ear. I guess this is probably, this would be like F Lydian, so C major kind of thing. And going up to the harmonic minor again to bend in the 16th fret up, using the bending thing I showed you in the last video. That kind of thing. You know, I guess that kind of wraps it up. Again, check out Rick Graham, his Mr. Manzel Juggernaut. I think they're made by bare knuckle pickups. They're very cool sounding, but it's more what, you know, his note choice is just fantastic, and his technique is spectacular, so go and check him out. Well, I guess that about wraps it up for now. This will be back with another video shortly. Enjoy your day, have a good day.